The following program is brought to you by the Realm of Collectors. Please stand by and take your seats.
Good evening, and welcome to Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater. If you would please kindly take your seats, the show will begin momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another Friday, another episode of Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater. I'm your host, Nick Brammer. We've got a guest tonight who's driving home, and we got a couple of the fellas here. Sorry for the lateness of the show. We're starting a little bit late, but hopefully we can still have some good chat interaction. So I'll go ahead and start off with Josh.
We starting late, but I still put that thing on you.
There you go.
Well, there's never a bad time to put that thing on you. I know Dakota's been wanting to put that thing on somebody ever since I sent him that video a couple hours ago.
Bro, you stop them lies right now. Just because I'm driving and I got to mute and unmute. You stop them lies right now, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
It must have something to do with the bunghole. Sorry, go ahead, Ray.
I'll send it to you later.
Nice.
But yeah, as for places, you can find me on Facebook under my regular name. It is a public profile. I hang out in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, those are linked to my profile, so you can follow through there. As for other shows you can catch me on, every other Wednesday around 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Figure Bangin' on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Every Friday on the All Queued Up podcast with my friend Greg. And then, of course, every Friday night here with this wonderful crew, my family, around 9 p.m., sometimes a little bit later, like tonight, when things happen. Real life gets in the way sometimes, but hey, we're here, we're a couple men down, and that's me.
All right, Russ the Muss.
What's up, peeps? You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I got to start getting back into posting shit on the Facebook Roma Collectors Facebook page because I feel like I've been like abandoning it and leaving it to like all the noobs, and they're posting all kinds of crazy shit in there. It's great, but I got to get back in there and start posting some good stuff.
I'm just bummed that I don't have any like vehicle rant videos that periodically pop up on my timeline anymore.
I'm working on it, dude. I got to get back into that whole, pumping them out every week, man. You can find me here every Friday night with these guys, of course, and I'm not like Josh. I'm just not that busy with that kind of, I'm a slacker. I can't do 10 shows. I'm sorry.
This is my voice, Frank.
And Frank's like, what's wrong with his voice? Dude, he's a pimp, Brink. You know that. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, and then
pimp lately. Dakota.
And here's Dakota.
You can catch me periodically in the chats on some of these here wonderful shows. You can always catch me live Wednesday nights on Stasis Lock, and everywhere else it's just Primal Sabbath. So, hello.
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 I'm your host, Nick Brammer. You can find me on Facebook at Nick Brammer, Twitter, Brammer_Nick. You can find me on Facebook at Masterpiece_Shitpiece. And again, like everybody else, every Friday night that I can be here on Masterpiece Piece Theater. So y'all just want to get into it?
Yeah, before we do,
I mean, that's the only other way to do it, you know.
I did want to give a big old shout out to Oscar over on SCU. He plugged us today on a video that he made, his making of Ask Whirl. But Oscar, I gotta say, it's Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater, not Shitpiece Masterpiece Theater.
Bro,
Yeah.
I heard that too. Like, man, Oscar's a funny dude, man. Like, and he was just like, oh yeah, Dakota's that one guy I argued with that one time. I was like, God damn, man, fucking, you know, oof. Couldn't have been like, oh yeah, Dakota's that one guy I've had passing bys with. Like, we good, Oscar? We good?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a funny
that shit's
dude,
funny.
man.
Oscar is a funny dude, man.
So, he was showing us some love today, and I appreciate it. We all appreciate it, but we did think that was really funny. I didn't have the heart to tell him when I was talking to him earlier today. Yeah, you got the name reversed, but telling it now.
Masterpiece Theater, says Neuro.
Man, Josh's getting on that ass right now.
Nah,
That's why
that'll be later.
That'd be with that Jello booty, huh?
Ooh, all right.
Not the one, not the one that video I sent you, but
Oscar's got the memory of a goldfish, so it's like you don't forget.
Dude, he really does, man. Like, I was like, bro, I cannot remember ever arguing with him. And then I was just like, it's like, I mean, obviously, like the subject matter was like, okay, yeah, I argue about that stuff a lot, and like it's definitely possible. But I was like, damn, dude, I can't remember all the names of the people I argue with it, you know?
That's hilarious, dude.
I remember
Thanks,
everybody
Oscar.
I argue with. I keep a list.
I bet you do.
Bro, Nick doesn't keep a list; he keeps a manifesto.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
I've seen it.
It's
It's
ready.
folders, 3-ring binders organized, from color coded from the severity of the offense.
That's right.
And
It's ready to
dude,
pop.
man, yeah. And it's like, fuck, you know what? I've been mad at the wrong person. Fuck it. I'm still not taking them out of the manifesto.
Bro, that shit was so funny. That was so funny.
All right. What they're talking about is a couple years ago, I lost my wallet at fucking TFCon. And I've been blaming Brandon from fucking, what is that shit?
TCP, Chosen Prime.
TCP, yeah, for it. And I just figured out it wasn't him. It was Colin. So I'm sorry, Brandon, but fuck you, Colin.
Hey, well, there you go. There's I guess, a public apology from Nick Brammer to Brandon for, privately talking shit for 2 years.
A public apology in one hand and then a public slight in the other.
Indeed.
Hey,
Only
there has to be balance in the force.
this is true, Nick. This is true.
You cut off one head, two more take its place. Hail Hydra.
Lernian Hydra. Not just a regular Hydra. It has to be a Lernian Hydra for 2 heads to sprout. Sorry, D&D geek.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, the
Says,
views
"Whoa,
of
Nick,
the views
do
the
not
views
reflect
of
the realm of collectors."
yeah the
I
views
think
of Nick do
think
not.
we have that as a disclaimer in the end credits.
It's constant. It's constant over there. Everybody. We have to protect the ROC from our insanity. Sorry.
Yeah. Fucking Russ using the M word. Look at him turn pink. What you been doing? Drinking Chardonnay?
Wow, he is getting a shade of red there.
Oh shit, dude!
Oh.
I've been drinking Gatorade. That's what I'm drinking. I'm sober as shit tonight.
Look, that's a white cherry. That's why you turn pink.
It's good, dude. I love this. It tastes so great, man.
That's the best kind, man.
It's a delicious.
I like melon and the fucking green apple shit. What's up, Realm? Let's get a
Green
good
Apple's
Realm.
really good.
What's up, Jeremy?
Realm.
You mean real?
Realm. All right, guys. So
Ready?
Yeah,
last week we told you. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Sam and Rob couldn't be here tonight. Rob's still at work.
And
His
Poor
truck
guy,
broke
dude.
down, and he's been stranded on the road for hours, and he couldn't drive back to his terminal because he hit his hour limit, so he has to be picked up and taken back, and he was like 2.5 hours out from his terminal, so he's not going to be here, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Sam, he got lost in the tall grass on the way trying to get here, and he won't be here. Send up a signal flare, Sam, and we'll see if we can get somebody out to you.
yeah.
Real quick, a belated realm, and also, Sam didn't get caught in the tall grass; he got caught in the tall ass.
Well, he says he does love a big woman to cuddle him.
That he does. read the promo, guys. It's funny.
Yeah. Sam does a good job on them shits every week.
He does. He does. He kills it.
There's nothing wrong with a fuck blanket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just thought that was something that everybody had.
I mean, I do. Like, does someone here not have one?
Well, apparently, it was a thing. It was
I got a
thing
Sealy
to some of them.
Posturepedic. I got a Sealy Posturepedic pillow with a hole in it.
Nice. All right. It's like padded. It's good. Yeah, I don't know.
I need something gentle. Cushion for the pushing.
Something soft. Something
moist.
That's why we keep. You know what? You guys, go ahead. Keep going.
What Nick didn't tell you though, that pillow that he's got the hole in it. He takes 2 Ziploc bags and he fills up with soup, and then he heats the soup up in the microwave so it's nice and hot, and tucks them down in the pillow, and then he goes at it with the pillow, and when he gets done with the pillow, he eats the soup. Now,
I like the way you operate.
Hey,
That's at least 6 birds in one stone.
the soup's in the bag. He didn't do it in the soup, so it's protected. He's
Yeah,
not
right.
wasting.
Absolutely.
And not only that, it's only 2 inches of fury. So
Well,
So,
all you need
he doesn't use
to
full
please
Ziploc
us.
bags. He gets the snack size bags.
All you need to please us 2, or 3, or how much? I can't remember.
it's
That's an
small,
old callback.
fierce.
Nero said
It's
be on the pillow
mine-
beforehand for sterilization and moistness.
Mine too is small and aggressive, Nick, and that's
Right.
why we connect on such a level.
I know. We've always been
That's called
friends.
docking.
I saw
It's the second time. This is the second time I've had the docking conversation today.
I saw a t-shirt with fucking Batman and the Joker docking.
Oh my god.
I almost bought it.
Oh my god.
I would forget and wear it to like a family function.
That's what
Somebody's-
you want to forget and wear it.
Somebody's getting married, and Nick's just wearing a Batman and Joker docking shirt, just cheering them on
With a bow tie.
with a bow. Well, even worse, maybe one of those bolo bow ties.
I was about to say that.
little Batman symbol for the fucking class. And a little flower that squirts water for the Joker.
Oh
Billy Ray
man.
Cyrus looking
We're gonna get
motherfuckers.
into Batman later, but did you guys notice the bat symbol on that suit?
Yes, I did. We'll talk
I
Yeah,
saw
about
someone
that.
did.
point something out. Yeah.
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 Interesting.
It looks like it's made out of the fucking gun that killed his parents.
Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that for the segment, but yes, it
Really?
does.
You that's fucking great.
No, it really does. Look at a close-up image
does.
of it. It looks
Yeah,
like
it
a
is.
I don't-
gun.
Yeah, it looks like it's like the slide of a gun, like
Mhm.
right there where the
Yeah,
slide and the hammer is.
I get you, but I'm sure it wasn't the gun that killed his parents.
No,
No, yeah, he picked it up off the ground as a child. He was
Right,
just like, I'm gonna
right.
take this gun home.
he broke into the evidence room and took it.
Hey, if
Or
you
he
watch
took it from
Gotham,
the
they would have to
scene,
do
and
that.
that's why they never caught the dude that killed his parents.
Yeah.
He created
Ooh.
himself.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
That's deep.
Exception.
He said that's deep.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Enough
we'll
of
just
this.
stop fucking
Go
up the
ahead.
flow there.
Let's go ahead and get into the first story. Last week we talked to you guys about Doctor Strange lost Derrickson. You got to look at it again, Brink. You better look at that symbol and check it out.
Yeah, it's not the shape of the symbol; it's what it's composed of.
Sprinkleize it, if you will.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what he
like the
does.
material is a gun.
True.
All right, so last week we talked to you guys about Doctor Strange losing Derrickson as the director. Supposedly Raimi is circling, and now they have hired the Rick and Morty head writer. Let's see, what's his name here?
That's probably a
Michael
good choice.
Waldron to punch up the script.
I think that's a good choice. Like just at face value, I think that's that may be a solid move.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, the dude knows how to write some good stories. He just, and Rick and Morty can get pretty dark, and this is supposed to be a darker movie, kind of like a horror movie. So
That's what I was gonna
see why
say,
they would
yeah.
want Raimi in there.
It's called Multiverse of Madness, right? Like, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I thought they were definitely going for like a darker horror feel to it. So I don't know. That's probably a good choice. You probably got some people who can get twisted. So, I mean, with their writing, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, I told my daughter about this, and she's a big fan of Rick and Morty. So she's like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And I'm like, "Okay."
Have you ever watched the show?
A few episodes.
I've watched it a few.
religiously.
Yeah, I watched it a few times, but my kid, mainly my daughter, is really a religious follower of it.
It's definitely something to watch when you're a little bit inebriated, which I feel like would be maybe you need to
What's up, John?
check out what your kids are taking. I don't know.
Right, they have a character on there called Mr. Poopy Butthole. I mean,
I'm down with that. That sounds great.
Yeah. See, you should watch right now.
That explains a lot why Josh likes it.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
listen, Dakota, we're all aware of your issues with the star. Okay, it's okay.
With the chocolate starfish.
Anytime directors change, there's going to be rewrites. So this is pretty much par for the course. It's just how coherent is the story going to be? Is it going to be a Justice League situation where it's 2 or 3 whole separate movies, or are we going to have something more coherent?
Yeah, it's a little scary. I mean, like I'm really hoping they don't fuck this movie up. I really am, dude.
How far into production could they be right now, though? I know, whenever Taika Waititi took over for Thor Ragnarok, the Thor movies just leapt in quality.
did they?
As far as Ragnarok, oh dude, I thought Ragnarok was 10 times better than 1 and 2, and that's coming from someone who does not appreciate the direction he's going for number 4.
Wow,
but I think
you really liked Ragnarok that much?
I really liked Ragnarok that much, man. And I figured, me being the '90s kid, you guys being the '80s kids, you guys would have appreciated the kind of pseudo '80s sort of shtick there with it, But
Kinda. What it is I thought they just tried too hard to be silly, to be funny. I would say a little too hard to be funny. I mean, it's not that I was against them being a little comical, but I felt like they were trying really hard to be funny, and you could it doesn't come off as good when it looks like they're really awkward.
Maybe
trying.
when Chris Hemsworth isn't trying to be funny, he just sounds like he's been crying for 6 hours. So
And I just there were a couple of funny things that I did like. Him and Hulk's interactions were really funny. I enjoyed that, but My favorite's still the first Thor movie. So I don't know of the Thor movies, So
Yeah.
but
Gus brings up a good point. He says they need to get someone multi-level if they're doing what they said, what has been said, and this is going to be a key flick for a shit ton of future shit in the MCU.
agreed.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's ramifications all around. So this is why I think I'm nervous about it a little bit. I'm hoping it's not I mean they've done pretty well with the MCU movies, I would think, for the most part. And they managed to hold on to the cohesion for the most part for it and all. And whether you like what they're doing or not, you can at least say that. I just hope that this doesn't go in a weird direction, and next thing you know, everything else is all screwy.
Yeah. Again, Magic is rumored. Scarlet Witch is confirmed.
Oh yes.
To
me, my X-Men.
Yeah.
that's all I give a shit about.
Good, that's a good point. Dust had a good point about when they were kind of putting Thor in the bunch up Thor and the Guardians because of the future stuff. Where I guess Thor's gonna be running with the Guardians now. So for a little bit. So
I'm good with that too, man. Yeah.
Maybe I am too. Maybe that's why they
consolidate the humor a little bit.
Yeah, maybe that's why they made Thor start getting a little funnier, a little sillier, because the Guardians are silly. That's kind of how it works. He has to fit in, right?
Yeah, but they do have a great serious tone to balance out the humorous bits as well.
Quill's jealousy.
Quill's jealousy, true. They do at times, but I don't know. I like that the Guardians is silly. That's kind of that's my favorite part of those movies is that there's Quill is a great character just because he just says some stupid shit sometimes. It's like what? People look at him like, look at the dummy, get out of here. He's cool. I like him. So,
John,
but that might.
Oh, sorry, Russ. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I was done. Go ahead.
Okay, John was saying he's curious to see if the X-Men will finally merge in the MCU. Word is that the New Mutants movie is going to do that.
Looking forward to it. My ass will be in a seat. I'm ready.
Which I guess that would explain all the reshoots and stuff that they did and things like that because they were trying to make it meld better, I guess, into the MCU. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm really excited for this New Mutants movie. I've been excited for it. So
I saw a lot of kind of not necessarily animosity, just kind of a lot of but it just the trailer that came out a month or two ago. Mm-hmm. I'm pumped for it, and I'm not even a huge New Mutants fan, but I'm definitely excited for this movie.
I've actually been pumped for that
from the trailer.
I've been pumped for it since the first trailer 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, which surprises me because I'm sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say you finally see the Demon Bear in that last trailer.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. But I was saying, Josh, I'm surprised that you were excited for it back then because you really seem to have a lot of disdain for the Fox X-Men movies and the New Mutants was. Well, that's true. You don't hate on all of them. That's true.
I hate on 4 of them.
So the majority,
which is still a pretty good run. It's still a pretty good ratio there.
Yeah,
they got 11 altogether in that franchise.
Good Lord, is that how many they made? Oh my God!
Well,
really?
You had the first 3 X-Men, X2, and X3.
Right.
And right there is your best and your worst.
Oh, you're counting the origins.
I'm counting Wolverine Origins. I'm counting Wolverine. Logan.
Okay.
Logan was just pure fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I love Logan. Yeah. That was really a good movie. They did great on that.
Yeah, Logan, that's one of the best. And Wolverine Origins, one of the worst. And then the Wolverine right in the middle.
Yeah, it really was. The Wolverine was right in the middle.
The Wolverine's
X2, great, right up at the top. And
Yeah, the Wolverine's the one where he goes to Japan, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
That's Anna's. That's the one Anna likes the most.
Then
Sword Samurai and all that shit.
I would put First Class and Days of Future Past behind Logan and X2.
Yeah, I really like Days of Future Past
But
as well.
I really liked those two. But the ones that I absolutely loathe and hate are X3, Apocalypse, and Wolverine Origins and Dark Phoenix. Just fucking hated those.
See,
Anything else I will watch
like
anytime.
I liked Apocalypse. It's no secret. I know we've all definitely had this conversation before. Honestly, that should have been a trilogy unto itself. The Apocalypse thing. But I mean, just the one-liners they gave that guy were cold as fuck, dude.
Oh, I
You can
agree.
fire your arrows from the Tower of Babel, but you can never strike God. You know, like, dude, that's the coldest line I've heard in a movie in a long, long time. You know, just it
I
was
liked
just awesome.
Apocalypse the first time I saw him as Ivan Ooze.
It's so true. He did look a lot like him.
Not wrong.
You know, from certain angles, though, he was like spot on. But then other angles, he looked like just dog shit run through a fucking cheese grater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole Ivan Ooze thing came because, you know, of that purple fucking lighting effect they had used in that promo picture, and that just didn't help.
Yeah,
It really didn't.
What
Yeah, I
sucks
was
is I
really-
saw concept art of what they were originally planning to do, and they should have stuck with that.
Nah, man, I was seriously waiting for some fucking putties to show up and shit.
He called it buddies.
Dust is right. Viper killed it in the Wolverine movie. That was like, I was like, wow, that bitch is badass, dude. So
No, he means that Viper killed it for him, like it ruined the movie for him because
I know I'm mocking.
I know she was there for just like a, you know, just for the sake of like a story, like a plot device. But like I could have done without it. You know, I could have done without that myself.
It was just kind of silly, but I was just fucking with him. But when I read it, I was like, at first I was like, does he mean like it was really good? Or then I was like, no, he means he didn't like that. Okay, let's reverse it up. All right.
Next up, Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, which it is now being called. Fucking 33.7 million.
We're gonna get into this for a minute here because we all know that this is a shitstorm.
Did that movie come out already?
Yeah, it's out, man.
Ooh, what?
Look, Dakota. That's exactly why it only made 33.3 million.
Like the only thing I saw was the initial trailer, and I was like, "Oh, sweet! You know, I guess that'll come out like later in 2020." You know, because like I hadn't seen any like promotional work done for it.
Yeah,
I just felt like they didn't promo it enough, and also, I don't know, man. Like to me, the Birds of Prey are like, okay, all of us know who the Birds of Prey are, right? But like I don't think they're mainstream enough. They're just not.
I don't. I'm a casual. I'm a DC casual, so I don't.
And I feel like and I feel like Harley Quinn is a lot more mainstream, and I feel like they didn't. I don't know that they should have really made either made the movie more about her. It kind of looks like it is about her primarily to me, but from what I've seen in the trailers, but I think throwing the Birds of Prey, I think that might have confused people. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why I think this shit blew up in their faces, and I'm kind of concerned that it's going to affect future movies. And I'm
looking forward to that high quality Chinese rip that'll be available on Monday.
Yeah,
so check it out.
Yeah, you couldn't even find a bootleg link.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think one of the things with calling it fucking Birds of Prey, the problem with that is that what made Birds of Prey was the relationship between Oracle and Black Canary and Huntress, you know.
Completely agree.
You know, Oracle was the fucking, backbone of that book. Go ahead, Josh.
Brink, I blame men for this movie's lack of success.
Oh,
Shit.
Settle down, Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Hey, no, but really though, that trailer, the first trailer they released, felt so much like her Charlie's Angels reboot trailer that you may as well make that argument.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what did worse, cats or Birds of Prey? Like,
Cats.
I think.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
But Birds of Prey, I'm sure, wasn't that much better.
It's never good for like a superhero franchise to bomb that bad, especially like in the day and age we are now in terms of like movies.
Yeah.
I'm not that surprised.
The last time DC had a comic movie do this badly was Jonah Hex back in 2010.
God, that was really.
You know, I didn't mind it with Megan Fox's old toe thumbs. She's still a fox. Huh? Get it? Whatever.
She looks good, man. Not bad. Still looking good.
I've been waiting for her to fall off the bandwagon so I have a shot. Like she chub up a little bit. Stop making money. Hey, girl, you want to move down to Louisiana? Hey, shit.
Dude, she ain't looking at you. She got Brian Austin Green, man.
I think she had a couple kids too, dude.
DJ from fucking 90210. Hell yeah.
He knocked her up quick, dude.
Oh,
too.
He locked it down.
Hell yeah, he did. Yeah. He put some cheek. He's like, smack that ass.
I'll look for her on Ashley Madison later on tonight.
So you can put that thing on her.
I put that thing on her.
Not fine. Nah, I mean it's. Oh my god, it's it's terrible, man. I'm very disappointed, but what can you do? I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet, so.
So you're to blame.
I've heard, yeah, right. I guess I am.
Yeah,
Frank was right, men.
No men are going to see it. But I don't know if it's. I've heard some people say they thought it was okay. I've heard some people say it was shit. Jason said he liked it, but Josh. I feel like Jason tries to be positive about movies more than negative. So, like a movie might be bad, and Jason might not want to say it's bad. He'll try to say, well, yeah, there were some good things about it, So, and that's awesome. That's a good personality thing, to have. That's great.
I was gonna say it's hard for me to say it's got to really, really suck hard for me to say it's bad. Just from my standpoint on media.
Because you'll try to find you're trying to find a positive in it, where you can, and but I don't know. I'm gonna see it at some point. I'm sure Anna and I are gonna sneak off to the theater. I'm kind of worried how long it's going to be in the theaters, though, so I'm going to go see it quick.
You'll have the whole theater to yourself, apparently.
Really, right?
Dude, you'll be able to pick it up on DVD next week.
That's true.
DC Universe app.
Yeah, really, right? Streaming. It's going to be streaming soon. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I am worried, though. I guess I am worried about future projects, though, because I'm worried this is going to scare them away, from wanting to do more. More movies with, characters like Harley Quinn and it's, I don't know, it's a little nerve wracking.
The way I kind of see all that, man, I see it like they're pushing out these passion projects and they're letting stuff like Wonder Woman and Justice League, all their heavy hitting characters, they're kind of letting that fund it. If I had to guess, that's something I've always kind of sort of just grasped. Being on the fringes of this whole Warner Brother, DCEU, DC stuff in general, is that they tend to make sure they get at least something fan servicey out there.
Hell, I mean, the Joker made so much money, it'll make up for it.
I was excited because Ewan McGregor's playing fucking Black Mask.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean,
so I was excited, but
Black Mask is
nothing but shit.
Yeah, I've heard his portrayal of Black Mask is not very Black Mask at all.
Oh.
Well,
does he have the high ground?
Now that could be okay. Okay, that could be because maybe the director maybe wanted something different. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's or maybe they just miscast it. Who knows? It could have been that too. That happens.
I think they used the wrong.
Marilyn,
Sorry, I was just gonna say. I think that they used the wrong characters, and again, Oracle at the beginning of Birds of Prey was the glue that held that book together. So not having her involved.
Yeah, well, Oracle being who she was, that Pat, it all had really good backstory to it too. I mean, I don't know. That's what I liked about Birds of Prey too. To be honest with you, Nick, was that kind of was awesome.
Yeah.
She was a great character too. Oracle was great.
Yeah.
Kind of, and I don't know. It's just really. I don't know. I feel like they just said, "Oh, Birds of Prey. Let's throw that shit in there," Oh well.
I mean,
them's the breaks.
yeah, you throw Cassandra Cain in there and not have her father,
Right? Sure, because that's because everybody knows who she is. I mean,
yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
I agree. Thus, the promotion really stunk. It did.
Yeah.
I feel like
Non-existent.
I feel like they didn't really do a good job with that either. So
They were counting on Margot Robbie to sell the movie.
I think they were, and she's great, man. But is she big enough that she can carry a movie with even a bad movie? Or I don't know.
For a flat bottom girl, she ain't too bad.
I saw her tatas.
Oh, dude.
She was beautiful.
Man, I like the. Ooh.
Yeah,
I like to rewind that first scene.
I slather up with some jelly and lick it clean. Mm-hmm.
All you hear is just like a hand on a leather couch just moving slowly. That's the sound. That's the sound of the room right now.
All right. So, movie I thought was a surprise last year or the year before, what the fuck ever, was Shazam. Shazam 2 will be filming in May.
Ooh.
Don't
I never
start
checked it
all
out.
at once.
Well, I never checked out Shazam.
No.
It was never my thing.
the only thing I liked about Shazam was Mark Strong. Everything else I thought was terrible.
Oh man, I loved that movie, man. I thought it was cool. I didn't think I was gonna like it at all, and I just watched it because Jason said you should check it out. You might like it. I'm like, I'm not gonna like it. Shazam's stupid. And then I watched it. I was like, oh, that was really cool. All right, that was fun.
See, that was like that's basically where I'm at. Like with it, it's just like it's just a stupid character, so I don't have any interest.
I always loved the character. I just didn't like the very new 52 heavy take on it.
Oh yeah.
I never really
I thought
liked
it
the
was
character.
interesting having Jimon Hansu as the wizard. I thought that was a good choice. He did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was okay. It was good. It was all right.
I
It was good.
Like, I had such low expectations going in.
That may be why I liked it so much.
Yeah.
It's like the bar was so low.
Yeah, but like if you look at it, I mean, it's a good family movie.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that 100%.
And it feels geared more towards children besides some of the potty mouth shit.
Yeah, I definitely tried to get my kids to watch it, and they both told me to fuck off. So, but they're both grown, so what can I do? I was like, oh, fine, don't watch Shazam then. Oh man, I agree.
I do love me some Mr. Mind, so.
Bro, that last thing Russ said, just like he's spiraling into like old man depression. Just my kids don't like the things they used to anymore.
They don't.
Spiraling.
It's terrible.
I think he's already there, man.
You think he's finally hit?
I think he's there because of the what?
I'm not getting there that fast, okay? It's okay. I'm taking my
Getting
time.
there, you're there.
Yeah, I'm saying you're already there. You already make the get off my lawn videos all the time.
That's the senility setting in, Russ.
I've been making those for years, though. We thought so. I've been there for years. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been trying to cover up them gray hairs, but I see them, Russ. We all see them.
That's why I can't wear the chin strap no more because I got gray hair in it, and plus it looks. Josh said it looks stupid, so.
I can't wait till mine gets like a little gray stripe in it somewhere. Something a little distinguished.
You think it's distinguished?
Yeah, Well, I mean, on someone who's like not 45, yeah, but.
So if you're young and you get a little bit of gray, it's distinguished. If you're old and you get gray, you're just old.
Yeah. Young and gray, like just shows my character.
A little bit of Reed Richards going on.
Yeah, just a pinch.
Spoken like a proper 20-something.
Look, man, I got 2 more years of 20 left, or a year and a half left of 20 left. So I'm gonna enjoy them.
Dude, Dakota, it kills me. You're like only a couple years older than my son. It's really wild.
Isn't it though?
It is.
Well, I'm 20. I'm 28, so a little more than a few years.
Yeah, a few years. A few years. My son is about to be 25. So
that's probably why I think he's cooler than you are, anyways. So.
Oh, he definitely is. He's definitely cooler than I don't know. Well, that's something. I don't know. I mean, yeah. So Nick, are you looking forward to Shazam 2?
Yeah.
Me too. I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, I like the first one. I mean, there was some, there were some moments in there that were a little too campy, but overall, I like the movie. The Rock's playing Black Adam. I think that'll be dope. I don't know if he's gonna be in Shazam 2 as Black Adam. I think they're doing a solo Black Adam movie first, and then get him for like Shazam 3 or some shit.
Maybe that might be what they're gonna do.
Because that's always been the plan, is to have a solo Black Adam movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been dying to put a fucking cape on the Rock anyway. Jesus Christ.
I mean, he all but has one for like Hobbs and Shaw, right?
It's that way. Shit.
Didn't they put one of them in the Scorpion King?
Oh, that doesn't. We don't talk. That doesn't.
Yeah, we don't count that. That's a lot of us like to forget that movie. So
it's Adam. ADAM.
I like to forget anything that he's in, really.
I liked him in G.I. Joe. I'm not gonna lie, man. I liked Retaliation a lot.
I liked elements of Retaliation. I didn't like him as Roadblock.
I liked him in Central Intelligence. I thought that was decent.
That was funny as shit, dude. That was a good movie.
That was a funny ass movie, and I liked him in what was it? Be Cool.
Be Cool was a good one. Yep. Come on, you didn't like that? What's that? The Tooth Fairy movie he did? You didn't like that?
Nah, fuck that. You just went too far for me, Russ.
Yeah, we need you to back off about 30% there, Russ.
You need to.
I mean, he hears that at least 3 times a day. He went a little too far for me there. So
always. That's okay.
Getting them boys in the bathroom that he's training.
Getting them cheeks. Russ will go after them cheeks. You know what? Happy Valentine's Day, fellas.
Yeah, man. You too, man.
Oh shit! Really?
Did you forget, Josh? Josh forgot.
I don't give a fuck about it. Me and Misty don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We don't celebrate shit like that because, we're not what you say. We don't conform to societal expectations and Hallmark holidays, things like that. Yeah, we just think they're fucking dumb.
I like...
they don't cotton to that shit down in the holler.
I like hitting the Cougar Bar on Valentine's Day and on Mother's Day. Those are... I bat 100 every year on those 2 days down at the Cougar Bar.
Which is where you're heading after you get done here, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Hot stuff, man. Oh God! All right, what are we doing next?
Yeah, he was Pain and Gain too, Neuro. You're right. He was good.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck. It was one of the better, later Michael Bay movies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Next up, Josh, you want to take the lead on this one? Because when we were talking, like, you were more into this project and you had a little discussion about it. It's the Why the Last Man.
I thought we would save it, but okay. Let me get a sip of coffee here.
I don't know what you mean by that, but okay.
What? Sip of coffee?
No, I'm glad Russ caught the throwback. It's fine.
Go ahead, Josh. It's all good.
No, I don't know if any of you guys ever read the comic series Why the Last Man by Brian K. Vaughan, but
No.
it was a wonderful series that focused on a guy named Yorick and his pet capuchin monkey named Ampersand. They were the last surviving males on the planet of any species. The world was totally ruled by women, and they were looking for ways to, reestablish the race, reproduction, things like that. Anyway, it's been in development hell since 2007. They've been trying to get a show made about this. Last year, they finally announced that FX has picked up the series for production, and they cast a guy in the lead as Yorick. And then Thursday of last week, he dropped out of the project.
Oh my God.
So now it's kind of like, oh shit.
Now, out of curiosity, man, just to speculate here, do you think he did that out of like fear of potential like cancel culture that could maybe come with something that has this premise? I mean, because it's essentially like at face value, right? It's just a dude trying to get laid, right? You know what I mean?
Well, not really.
No. I know. That's like, I don't know anything about it. So like at face value, I'm like, man, this dude trying to get him some, and given
He's the last man on Earth. I mean, he's gonna get some. Like, Jesus Christ, he's gonna.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, like, eventually.
Beggars
But,
can be
like,
juiced.
I think like there were like different tribes of women and shit, and they were trying to capture him. And,
Yeah.
Death by Snoo
Basically,
Snoo.
what happened was all living mammals with a Y chromosome, including embryos and sperm, simultaneously die in a global genocide. With the exception of him and his monkey. A lot of women died because of the fallout of the disasters because of men dying, such as plane crashes, other transportation accidents, things like that. Societies plunged into chaos, infrastructures collapsed, surviving women everywhere trying to cope with the loss of the men and belief that, barring a rapid major scientific breakthrough, humanity is doomed to extinction. So these tribes are trying to capture him and find a way to save humankind.
Now, I think it's super interesting. Like, I mean, just hearing that, I definitely think it's super interesting. Just my thoughts on this dude maybe backing out was just the kind of social landscape we live in today and how that would probably be perceived, and just with how, I call it Twitter culture can be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's where my brain went to immediately, because I was like, oh man, like, this dude's got to work for a living, and like, all it has to do is just be one, shitty article that gets written and gets circulated because of it, and then like this guy can't put food on his table anymore. He can't do this anymore. But like I said, like that's not my personal thoughts on it. My personal thoughts are, I think this is really interesting. But I could definitely see how the tables would be turned so fast on something like this.
yeah.
So.
No, it's definitely a valid point. I mean, God only knows what the fuck's gonna bring out the wrath of the feminazis.
Exactly.
That's true. I mean, you're right. It's like you don't know what's going to set it off. You don't know.
I mean, I could see it right now. I'm sorry to interrupt. I can see it right now. Just like, so this series is saying that that women can't operate, or do this, that women can't run a world. or women can't do this, women can't do that. It's like, I think it would spin out of control so fast, and just anyone that would be attached to it, like, could be perceived as like making career suicide.
Well, I know the first
because
person who would see it as that and say that it is that would be Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh, Jesus.
But that is
And
totally not.
And DC gave her a job.
Unreal.
But
Unreal.
that's totally not what the book's about. The book's about women. Yeah, they're a huge focus part of the book. They're trying to find a way to preserve life because if they can't reproduce,
they're going to die off.
They're going to die. Life suddenly became very finite.
It did. Yep. That's what you're saying. It sounds very post-apocalyptic too.
It is.
It is. Which I love post-apocalyptic stuff. So any kind, I don't care. I love it.
Russ, that's why I like you more than your son. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to come full circle.
Sometimes I come in a triangle.
No square?
No, but I get a mad isosceles angle.
All right.
So the other angle on this was, what are some other projects in development in hell you've been waiting for?
Oh boy.
I mean, I've been.
Russ, you had time to think about this, you little fucker.
I did, and I was thinking about it, and the main one I kept coming back to was the God of War movie that was supposed to have been done years ago. And every time they would start doing casting, oh man, it would just fall apart. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And now I feel like the moment has passed. I don't think it's ever going to get done now, but I don't know. I really wanted to see it because I was such a big fan of God of War. So that was the main one I kept thinking of. Like all the other stuff I kept thinking about, I was like, God of War, God. And it depressed me even more.
When's the last time you actually saw a movie based on a video game that was good?
Yeah, but Josh, this had the potential to be the first one to be good.
Max Payne. I liked Max Payne.
I thought fucking Assassin's Creed wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I didn't mind that one either.
I kind of liked it because they actually stuck really close to the game in Assassin's Creed too. That movie, for that, they did a good job with that. But I know what you're saying there, Josh. I kind of agree with you. I always think most video game movies suck. I feel that way too. But God of War is set up to be theatrical. It's made to be a movie to me. The way they did that game and the writing and the story, it's made for a movie. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, it was perfect. It was the one video game they could have really done it. They could have really changed the whole culture of it, Especially
if you played like 3 and 4, like God of War 3 and 4 were very cinematic. In which a lot of video games since then have been very cinematic.
I think God of War was one of the first to really embrace that and have those cinematic cutscenes, in a game, in the middle of the game, and just lots of good dialogue, just great story, and plus it's like to see guys kill gods, man. Come on, True. I mean, shit. I just thought it could have been great, and they there was there was rumors that they were going to try to get Bill Goldberg to play Kratos at one point, but then Goldberg got old.
Andy never learned how to act either, so
you're next.
That might have been that might have been the biggest thing, Josh, to be honest with you, is Goldberg just a shitty actor,
Actually, man, I'll be honest with you, I hate NCIS LA with LL Cool J and fucking Robin. But Goldberg had an arc on there, and he showed up a couple times. Shane McMahon has too. Shane McMahon's garbage, but Goldberg's character was actually pretty dope, man. He's like,
was he really? Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Goldberg.
Okay, Goldberg, maybe he's better,
shit, man. Like, not just acting, but like hosting shit. Like he hosted a fucking like garage show about like old muscle cars and shit. He's
Yeah,
done
but
some
he's also a gearhead and an ex athlete. So those
So
are
that's
things
like
in his
right up his-
wheelhouse, and he's
Yeah.
got he's got the charisma to be a host of something. I just don't
Yeah.
think he has the acting ability to pull shit
Oh
off.
no, not at all.
Especially not a essentially like a Greek mythological like demigod.
Yeah.
You know?
No. It's you might be right. I mean, I thought he had the look. That's what I thought he
Oh,
had.
he had the look, but you need more than the look.
Right. You definitely for that character. Yes, I think you're right. You need more than the look. So,
Dude,
but you know,
I don't know. I would have fucking marked out if he jackhammered fucking Ares or some shit.
that would have been so badass, dude. Well, what if he done it to Zeus, dude? Him and Zeus are kicking ass, man. He just fucking jackhammers Zeus. God
Just
damn.
fucking like spears Zeus off Mount Olympus. That'd be the shit.
Hell, in
That
the
would be
video
pretty
game,
cool.
during the one of the fights that you have, many fights that you have with Zeus, Kratos does kind of spear his ass. He runs out of me. It's pretty cool. So I mean,
Have Lesnar play Zeus. Get that angle going again.
that'd be great just to see Lesnar get his ass whipped. Be perfect for me.
Josh, were there any other projects besides Why the Last Man that you thought of, or?
Yeah, man. Part of me wants to see it come out of development hell and actually come to fruition, and then a big part of me wants it to just be buried and go away. But they've talked about doing a remake of the original Crow film, which is only.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper was involved at one point.
So was Momoa.
Yep.
Wow.
But that's like my favorite movie of all time. It's my favorite comic of all time. As I've stated on this before, and I don't know. The original movie is a classic for what it was. It was very different from the book in a lot of ways, but it was also very similar to the book in a lot of ways. This
Also have
is
a
talking.
tragic.
Do what? Yeah, tragedy.
It's tragic,
Yeah.
you know.
There's talks of this one being more comic accurate and adding more elements from into it, like the Skull Cowboy and how his powers actually worked, how he was granted his powers and stuff. But part of me is like, as a fan of the series, is like, yes, let me see this on the screen. And then part of me is like, no, just appreciate the greatness that you were given in the original and the comic, and let it die, let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you seen any of the sequels?
Yeah.
I've watched.
I was just about to say, fucking David Boreanaz played a really good villain in one of them, the Edward Furlong one.
Yeah, I didn't care for the Edward Furlong one. That was Wicked Prayer.
Yeah.
But Boreanaz was good in it.
Yeah.
I didn't like City of Angels.
Yeah, Vincent
very
Perez.
much. And then, of course, there was the Stairway to Heaven series, which was god awful. But Mark Dacascos, who played the Crow, is the host of the Iron Chef on fucking Food Network. So
That's awesome.
he actually made a badass looking crow, but the series was bad.
Yeah.
He's done other things, like he's been on the new Hawaii 5-0 series and shit like that. He does a lot of acting.
I got one. I got a couple actually, but the one that's more prevalent for me is some years back there was a talk of a new Spawn movie, and Todd McFarlane had like a long ass script written, and they were trying to kind of work it down, but like some stuff had been greenlit, and then like we haven't heard anything on it since then. But I would love, especially in this kind of new day and age with new technology and with how much budget is given to comic book movies, I would love to see, especially like a rated R Spawn.
So, did Jamie Foxx exit the project?
I don't know, because I remember hearing like he was very interested and possibly like tied to it, but there was a time where like I saw like little bursts of info, and then everything about it like fell off, and I'm like, you know what? I would really love to see this new Spawn movie.
Yeah, they're saying that McFarlane's gonna fucking finance it now.
Yeah, well, I mean, good on him.
I heard.
I don't like the way he makes toys, but I mean, damn it if he doesn't like care about his projects.
Yeah. Well,
another one.
He dropped Haunt real quick.
Oh yeah.
When it didn't sell. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. The only other one would be, I think the longest production hell movie that I'm aware of, just in my own little world of interest, and that would be like the Halo movie. For a long time, it was like Peter Jackson was attached to it, and it was tough finding an actor that wouldn't want to show their face, and like that's part of like the character, right?
Oh, man, Peter Jackson would fucking make 3 movies just to still tell the story of the original Halo game.
Right, and even if it was just that, like, I think that would be so cool. But again, they were having problems finding an actor that would be willing to do it. And like they did that little short movie for one of the lead up to, I think it was like Halo 4, and they got the dude that played Colossus. I didn't think he was a great Master Chief. He was built for it physically, but as far as like talking and the acting portion of it, I didn't care for him too much. I would remember that
dude's name, Daniel Cudmore.
Oh, okay. Okay. That Colossus and not the good Colossus.
Right. Yeah, X2 Colossus. But I would love for them to put Carl Urban in there as Master Chief. I loved him as Judge Dredd. He never took the helmet off.
That's another one I had. A sequel or a series with Urban coming back as Dredd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would. Oh god, I would love it.
I think the other one I was thinking about was a Robin movie.
I got a couple. Hannibal season 4. That was rumored. They were going to bring Hannibal into fucking Mads Mikkelsen's Hannibal into silence. And now it looks further off because CBS is doing a Clarice Starling series.
Interesting.
The other one,
I don't know the Hannibal thing, but
the Hannibal series is amazing. If you have Amazon Prime, it's on there, all 3 seasons, and it is better than the Anthony Hopkins movies, including Silence. It is amazing.
I didn't like the Anthony Hopkins version of him.
You're crazy. Anthony Hopkins is fucking incredible in this movie. You're out of your goddamn mind. How could you ever see in Silence of the Lambs? Are you serious?
Manhunter?
Did you say that?
Did you ever see Manhunter, Russ? Brian Cox?
Yeah, I did.
Brian Cox was amazing as Lecter.
I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm just saying okay, that's great, but you can have 2 guys be good at it. Don't shit on Anthony Hopkins. You're fucking crazy. He was amazing.
I'm not shitting on Anthony Hopkins. I just didn't enjoy those movies. I didn't say he was terrible.
You didn't enjoy Silence?
You didn't enjoy Silence?
I like the book better.
Really?
Well,
but you liked Manhunter a lot.
Obviously.
Huh?
I like Manhunter because my favorite story out of the trilogy was Red Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Red Dragon was really... Red Dragon's
and that's what Manhunter was. It was Red Dragon.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's
in like the movie of the book Hannibal was
garbage.
So fucked up compared to the book.
It was like the first half of that movie was page for page, chapter for chapter, the first part of that book. And then they just said, fuck it, we'll skip 2/3 of the book and go right to the end and completely fuck the ending.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had a problem with that.
And didn't they completely skip Margot in the movie?
Yes, they left out several key characters.
And like the thing was that like everybody, as soon as they heard Hannibal was being made into a fucking movie, they were like, "Oh my god, you have to get China to play that part," because of how she was fucking portrayed. Because of how she was portrayed in the novel.
Right. They thought China would be a good match for it.
Yeah. In the series, the chick from Ginger Snaps.
Oh, which one? The sister or the or Ginger.
Ginger.
Oh no
She,
shit!
the same chick that was in Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, she played Margot in the series, and it was fucking
Really?
amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
She's pretty good, dude. She was bad in it, you know.
yeah, she's good for those type of roles that like have a horror element to them.
Absolutely.
Another one that I've been waiting for, and it's been rumored forever, is Arnold in King Conan.
That's
Oh,
true.
wow.
He's supposed to play Conan older, right?
Yeah.
After he's become a king and everything, and that's kind of cool because like I've been waiting. I wanted them to stop putting Arnold in like roles where he's just too old to play it. But if he's playing an old guy, it'll be okay.
Something to kind of bookend that. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that would be dope to see.
because at the end of the second Conan the Destroyer, right?
Yeah, he's sitting in the throne.
Yep.
He's sitting on the throne, and the guy in the
Looks
narrator
like an
says
old
that's
man.
the narrator said that's another story, you know, kind of gets onto
Yeah.
it. So it almost set it up for another movie, and they never did it. You know, god damn.
Well, it's been in development hell for probably over a decade now, hasn't it, Nick?
Probably
Christ.
longer than fucking He-Man.
Yeah.
Probably, you might be right. You might be right about that. I just heard about a new Conan movie like in the last 4 or 5 years, so it hasn't. I didn't know how long.
They were talking about it like back when Wizard was still around.
And
Oh,
I think
no shit.
They were planning
Okay,
it
wow.
before Schwarzenegger became governor of California.
Oh god damn!
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a while back then. Damn.
And that dude's still built like a fucking freight train, man. Like he could do it, you know.
He is.
That video where that dude tried to drop kick him and
Fuck.
bounced off, I was like, "Holy shit!" That
And
dude's not human.
Arnold was like, "What was the fly?" Rah, rah, rah. Like, oh my god, you let the mosquitoes in here. Rah, rah. Like,
Well, he's a big. I mean, he's a big guy. You know,
Yeah,
not just thick, but a really stout dude. Anyway, so I don't know. I saw some pics of him looking kind of flabby, you know, a little bit. So I was kind of like, dude, get back in the gym, man. Come on.
oh, dude, he's always training, but he's gone to a more plant-based diet. And
He looked a little raw. I look like I got some flabby skin there. I was like, oh, his muscles are going away. Oh no,
bro, listen to all of us fat
Something.
fucks criticize this man's body like this. Like,
yeah,
Hey, I would.
Welcome to the gym, you fat fuck.
Russ is over here like he's a little flabby. Like, bro,
He's a little flabby.
why don't you take a seat, Russ? Take a seat.
He already
Hey,
is.
I worked hard to get my flabby body. Okay.
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Lots of fucking
God.
Twinkies. Okay?
I can't wait. That was so great.
Twinkies and cake. Okay.
Dakota just reminded me. I'm going to take a moment. In the past week, I've put out a post across several places, my own personal page, and in the Realm of Collectors group, and in the Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater page itself. Dakota shared it on Stasis Lock. He even shared the post on Stasis Lock this week and shouted us out. I'm working on a project, and it's a pretty big project. I can't tell you what it is that I am doing, but I'm requesting that all listeners, fans of the show, male, female, please, we want you to do a couple of things for us. Send in some voice clips of yourself. Just take your phone, record some voice clips. Say what you think about the show, what you like about the show, and then say something about each one of us on the cast. Myself, Russ, Nick, Sam, and Rob. I'm using all these clips for compilation. We've gotten some that are absolutely wonderful so far. And we've got people hitting us up saying they're going to send some this weekend now that they're going to have some free time after the work week. But we're taking these until, I'm wanting to have enough in by the 22nd. I'll still take them after that, but the 22nd is the target date that I'm shooting for. So if you could take 5 minutes out of your day and do that and send it to us, send it to our email, which is masterpiece or MPSP Theater at gmail.com. So, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
I think Anna
Yeah, if you
said
guys
she's gonna
could just
try
send
to do
some
it
audio
again.
clips. I mean, you don't have to do all of them. You don't have to, like, you know, do the things for each one of the cast members. If you want to do one for just one of the cast members, or you just want to say something general about the show, just send in whatever you can do. It would be really appreciated.
Yeah.
And you don't have to send just one thing. Dakota, he's himself.
I sent like 4 or 5, I think.
You sent like 5 different recordings. Tyler sent a big, long one that I'll have to chop up, but that's fine too because I can do that.
Dakota made me fucking crack up, dude. We're fucking. I was at fucking ZoloCon when I read that. I was reading that shit. I'm listening to him and I'm like, God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil anything, so like I'm looking forward to whatever the project is, right? Like I'm looking forward to the surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, as soon as I saw that, dude, I was sitting at work and I was just like, you know what? There's nobody in here, so I can just go ham. And that's what I did.
It was good. It was good.
Hell yeah. All
right. Next topic. We got our first look at Robert Pattinson as Batman.
He's good.
Bro.
Hey,
I'm not-
party.
I'm not a Robert Pattinson.
Oh shit! What's
you know.
up, Trents?
Oh,
Dude, Trent's
damn.
5 is in the chat. What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
dude?
Hey, Trents.
Long
Hell yeah.
time
Good to see you in here,
see,
bro.
Man. It's been a while
That's
since I've seen him in
that's
the chat.
vintage. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
I'm not a Robert Pattinson, naysayer. Yeah, he was in the Twilight stuff and all that, and that's fine. But bro, like seeing him in the costume, I'm like, look at that fucking 5 head he's got. Like that boy got a 4 head for days, and I just didn't like. And it wasn't the full costume, right? And so I'm being mindful of that. But I definitely seeing it wasn't enough to sell me on it. I definitely want to hear and see like some kind of action. The still image, though, I'm just like, oh, I don't know.
Well, they put out a little teaser video, and it's actually him stepping out of focus and into the foreground, and then it pans up from the torso to his head, and then at the last bit, his head looks up, and he's looking at the camera. And it's like very dark black and red. It looks cool, man. And I don't hate on the guy's ability and talent. I don't care for the Twilight Saga, and I'm never going to sit down and watch it.
Excuse me.
But I've seen him in other things and did not mind him at all in other things. But yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to this. They've got a stellar cast. And I was watching. You guys familiar with that show Hot Ones on YouTube? Where they have the celebrities come in and eat all the 10 hot wings. Zoe Kravitz was on there yesterday, and she was talking about how she's been in the Catwoman suit. So confirmed she will be in the Catwoman suit in the movie.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Because I was kind of wondering about that, like if she was just gonna be Selena Kyle at first, kind of take like the slow burn, but she's gonna be Catwoman. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty badass because that means they're just gonna have her established as Catwoman, and I don't really want to go through an origin story with her. Well, I bet they are.
I kind of like the idea.
I bet they are.
I like the idea of just going straight in. They're all already established. Fuck it.
Yeah, me too. I just want villains. We already know about the villains, and
there's so many. There's just so many origin movies, whatever, in the last like 20 years that, or like even just a Google search nowadays. Like, okay, like I feel like we don't need those origin tellings anymore.
Yeah.
Like just insert the character and proceed forward.
Agreed. Now when it comes to her though, I do hope that she does spend some time as Selena Kyle because I kind of want to see her and Bruce Wayne, have their little
You trying to watch them have sex?
Yeah. Well, I one of my favorite. I mean, I know a lot of people probably can't stand Batman. From the old '89. Well, I guess it would be '92.
I like Keaton shit.
Did you like Keaton? Yeah,
Keaton
the Keaton. Well, yeah, the Keaton, the second one. I guess Batman Returns.
Yeah.
I love the part where they're dancing, and they say each other's phrase, and they kind of both figure out who the fuck each other is.
Yeah.
And that's such a cool scene to me because she's like, she whispers to him, she goes, "Do we have to start fighting now?" It's like, I was like, yes. It's just a cool scene. I kind of dig. I like how they both live double lives, and
that movie has
you know,
such an underrated Christopher Walken performance.
Oh, he is so good in that movie. Oh my god, he's great, dude.
I love Christopher Walken.
Dude, anything that dude does is fucking gold.
His character in that movie was the biggest fucking douchebag, and he was great. It was beautiful. He was perfect. God damn. I like. There's a good line there. He's talking about. It's after he had pushed Selena out the window, and she comes back, and he thinks she might be trying to like blackmail him or shit like that. And he's like, hey, she does shit again, I'll push her out a higher window. I'm like, yes. I love it, dude. He's great.
But
man.
yeah,
it's like,
and I did think, like I said earlier at the very beginning of the show, I did think it was interesting that the bat symbol is made out of a gun. That's fucking. It's a very interesting visual.
It is.
I'm gonna have to look at that again.
Well,
I saw I saw something on Facebook, and it may have been in the realm where someone was just like, dude, it looks like a gun, and they may have like, kind of zoomed in on it, but it does. It looks like, it definitely looks like pieces of a gun in the shape of the bat symbol that's on his chest, which is a neat aesthetic. It's a new take, and I like that too. But I don't know. I definitely want to see him like in a trailer, and like that's where I'm reserving my judgment. Is actually like in action.
Yeah.
So
I do like how they're not forcing out footage.
True.
All we've seen is this.
Yep. When is he set to make any kind of an appearance, or do we even know?
Is it 2021 or is it this year?
I think it's next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's next year.
Okay.
All right, I've got the image pulled up, so I'm going to share.
Okay.
So everybody can see it.
Yeah, I just looked at it. I'm looking at it on my phone.
There you go.
It might look better on here.
Can you zoom so people can see it?
I mean, that's
as blatant as you can get. I mean,
that's as big as I can make it.
Goddamn, Nick! I see what you're saying.
From a website.
I see what you guys are saying now. Okay, I get it. See, when I was looking at it before, I didn't quite get the detail out of it as I'm seeing now. All right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it does kind of look like he took a gun and not melted it down, but like just reshaped
just
it.
Refabricated.
Yeah, fabricated it. That's it. Fabricated. That's a good. Yeah, that's.
And so what the rumor is, it's the gun that killed his parents.
That would be some crazy shit. It is.
Yeah, I mean that's a great fucking piece of it's a great addition to the mythos.
For him to take the weapon that took his parents' lives and make it part of the whole
persona.
Persona and taking motherfuckers out. Wow, you're right. That's kind of cool. Shit,
it makes it more symbolic. It definitely makes it more symbolic, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it adds a little more of another element to him. If you ask me, it's kind of like a little deeper, I guess, a little a little more hardcore. That's kind of badass, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, shit. That's cool, man. If that's the deal, that's pretty awesome.
Josh, where'd you find that so people can look at it?
I just Googled Pattinson Batman symbol, and the first thing that came up, I think that was a Polygon article.
Okay.
I know it made us lag. I know it made us lag because I opened that up. Sorry.
John said he thinks it looks like the new Batarang.
Batman's just throwing guns. He's just throwing guns and Batarang.
Guns that he confiscates off of the street thugs that he puts down and repurposes into Batarangs.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know. That's all. I do. I like the if that is the case and they're going to do something like that. I think it's cool that they're trying to not necessarily change anything about him dramatically, but maybe add to it a little bit. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's not like.
Yeah.
I think that's what this is doing too, and it's inventive, and I hope that's what it really is.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. It's inventive. It's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, when you zoom on it, it's obvious. It's two parts of a gun.
Yeah, it looks like Dakota said, it looks like somebody he took a gun and refabricated it into the bat symbol, like a symbol, but didn't flatten it out or anything. It just left.
Yeah, just sheared it right into down lengthwise.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And like the wings look like they might be part of the handle and grip.
Yeah.
Just flattened out into the wing, which is pretty cool. It's badass, man. Yeah, I went from being kind of a little like not that excited about this movie to where I'm kind of now I'm geeking up about it because I think the casting has been kind of cool. I like what they've been doing with the casting of it and the characters. So,
John said, "Hope the Batmobile looks just as good." I hope the Batmobile is like a '73 AMC Pacer. It's just painted black.
I remember,
honestly, dude, I hope they take it back to like the Keaton Batmobile.
That was a great design.
The Tumbler was neat. The one in BVS was neat, but it just something like it's just not as iconic as the Keaton Batmobile. The Keaton Batmobile, and honestly, in my opinion, the animated series Batmobile. Maybe they did a spin on that one too. Like those two are the most iconic Batmobiles to me.
The one I liked was in the comics right before Nightfall. He had a fucking Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
It was a fucking Lamborghini Countach.
It was.
That was cool.
It was dope.
Oh wow.
What was great? I remember. What was it? Was it in Hush when he tells Robin, "Let's take the car for this whatever they were going out on." He's like, "Which one?" And they look over like this under cave garage, and there's like 40 different Batmobiles in different areas. And they had like the original '66 Batmobile in there, the Keaton Batmobile, the animated series Batmobile.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome."
Yeah.
So
like he's used the one from like the 40s before.
Yeah. That's so cool.
They changed it into like a transformer where it became like a battle suit for him.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Done some cool shit with some of these older Batmobiles.
I think it's cool because I think my three favorite Batmobiles are the '89, the '89 Batmobile, the animated, and of course the old school '60s. Those are like the three ones that stick out to me. I've never been a fan of the Tumbler.
I wasn't a fan a lot because it was so reminiscent of the Batmobile that was used in the Dark Knight series that Frank Miller.
Yeah, well, I got you, but I'm so used to it being more of a sleek car than I am it being like a tank. Yeah.
That's why I liked the one in BVS, like because I felt like it was like part tank but also part super sleek car.
Nah, kind of. It definitely looked not as much as the
It's like the 40s one.
Movies.
The 40s one. The Batman head on the front was also a ram that would come out.
That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool. Remember when they did that on the Superpowers Batmobile toy? That came out in the Kenner Superpowers line in the mid 80s.
That's a good discussion. We could have some time, like going through the different Batmobiles.
Jesus, dude, that's nuts, man. Yeah, we have to wait. We'd have to wait till Rob and Sam are in because they want to be in on that one.
Especially Rob, man. Like, shout out to Rob though. Like, he's the dude I go to when I have like some car questions. And I think he would be I think he'd be great for that topic. Yeah. Like I hit him up this week because I'm getting real close to buying another car, and so I saw some questions. I was like, hey dude, how do you feel about this? And yada yada yada. Like needless to say, dude, your boy's gonna be bumping that bing 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 nonstop come July.
You,
You do know when you get to Tokyo. That's gonna be me from like July until I get tired of the shit. Like I get ignorant.
can you put neon on a fan boat?
Put some underglows on it. Well, you
Yeah,
scare away all the
yeah.
scrimps that way. You scare away all the scrimps and the gators. You can't just put the neons on there.
It's nice. Good
No,
for
man.
you,
Yeah, I'm gonna get dumb because like I've had nothing but Camaros and like Chevrolets, and I'm finally getting
So-
something. I'm getting a Hyundai. I'm looking
Now
hard at
you're-
a Hyundai.
Yeah, you're gonna get a
Um,
rice burner.
I'm gonna get a Genesis. I'm gonna get a Genesis coupe.
Oh,
And
nice.
he was letting me know like some pros and cons here and there between the two models that are offered. And I sent I sent it to like my friends locally. I was like, well, your boy's about to get out of this pickup truck, and they were all giving me shit. But like I'm gonna get dumb with it because like every time I get a new car, I get dumb. Like I immediately go and put $1,000 in the sound system. And
Isn't the Genesis the one that used to be the Tiburon? Is that what it used to be? And he changes to the Genesis.
What's
Well,
weird, man? Like there's two different Genesis. Like
remember.
there's one that's like
What
an
was the
SUV,
Genesis?
and then there's one that's
Okay.
the coupe. There's a Genesis coupe.
Okay.
But the
maybe I'm
Tiburon.
There's a sedan too.
Okay,
Yeah.
then
Okay,
maybe
yeah.
But
Okay,
the
maybe I'm getting
Tiburon I
mixed up.
know was a 2-door, but
Right.
and they may have like
I still
the
have my
Tiburon.
2000 in the fucking driveway.
oh no shit.
Oh no shit! Really? You got an old school Tiburon? Good for you, man.
But
They were crazy little cars, man. Shit.
yes, the Tiburon was weak, but it still would do 120.
Hey, they were fun.
I want something that's not gonna take a shit at 100,000 miles. You know.
Yeah.
Well, then,
So-
you know,
You
By the way,
was the fucking they're right. The horsepower and gas mileage were misrepresented, and there was a class action lawsuit about it. But the thing was, the gear shift ratio on the 2000 Tiburon was so perfect.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
It
by the way,
was
very very moddable cars.
loaded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate wants me to get rid of it, but I've been thinking about putting a Supra engine in it.
Jesus Christ.
You can do a lot of shit with them, man. They were fun. My brother had two, and he used to fuck around with his, and
Yeah.
just
There's
some
actually
insane
like
shit.
a Tiburon community and shit. And
I don't think I'm gonna
Yeah.
get crazy with like performance wise. Like I just want it to look and sound just ridiculous. Like I'm gonna put some anime girl stickers on it.
It's
I'm
cool,
looking at
dude.
one. It's a 2011. It's like blacked out. It looks so good. It's privately owned, so I got to run a Carfax on it before I commit. And then there's a dealership that's got another one. It's a 2014, but the 2011 has the push start, but it's an automatic. So I'm like, But the 2014 is like regular analog keys, and I'll be honest, I'm a basic bitch about this at this point. But it's stick shift. So I'm like, fuck, man, how come I can't find one that's like both of them? So, eventually, my ass will be in one of those two come July.
Well.
So
You're still young, though. I could see you wanting to stomp a clutch. I could see that. That's good.
oh, dude, I loved it. Like I would baby that old Camaro I had, but I'd also like get on that ass too. So
When I got my car a couple years ago, there was a GT that they had on the lot for the Lancer, and I wanted to get the GT, and it was a 5-speed, and I was really wanting that car, and Anna was like, Anna started doing what Anna does, and she talks that common sense to me and makes me go, oh, I think you're right, yeah, totally talk me, yeah, and I was like,
what's this? I think you're right. What's this? I think
Yeah.
you're right. Come on, you know she's right.
But basically, what she basically said to me in a nice way was, "You're an old fucking guy. You're not going to want to stomp a clutch every day on the way to work. You got to sit in traffic. You're going to hate that. So buy the car.
and sit in traffic, put that bitch in neutral, and just let off. Just sit there.
Having driven a clutch in Northern Virginia traffic before. If I had to do that on an everyday basis where you guys work, fuck that.
Night, Ryan.
We did it.
Yeah, take care, Ren.
Night. Hey, good night, Ren. Have a good night, Bubba. Yeah, Josh, we did it. We did it for years, dude. We had our Dodge Neon was a 5-speed, and our Anna had a Mazda Protege that was a 5-speed.
I love it, man. Like I love being able to control my miles per gallon. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I get you. I
love having, and also I love whipping the fuck out of them. So
Dude.
it's more the second one than the first one for sure.
Yeah.
And like I was telling Rob, I was like, yeah, man, like this one, I'm gonna baby it, and he was like, I don't baby it too much. Get on it. I was like, you're right.
I had
Dude,
my Prelude. That was
I had a Honda CRX SI for years. Yeah. A little 2-seater, fucking, sunroof and everything. That fucker, I ran that car to goddamn death. It had like 330-some thousand miles on it when the frame rusted into.
Holy shit.
Dude. Fucking Hondas are amazing. They will do that shit too. Oh my god.
The 2004, it's a Chevrolet pickup. Like it's basically like what the Silverados are now, but before they were Silverados.
S10.
The thing's at 370,000 miles on it, man.
My uncle.
I just don't like driving a truck because I can't whip a truck. So
my uncle had.
You just got to be really good at doing it.
I ain't really good at it. I'm really good at whipping something close to the ground.
My uncle had a custom S10. He lives up in Mass. He had an S10 that was rear-wheel drive with a positronic rear end.
Fuck.
Oh wow.
And he just had so much fun in that.
I bet he ate lunch every day. Somebody's ass got in that fucking S10. Yeah, dude. I've seen dudes do some ignorant shit to some S10s down here.
Well, let me tell you what my stepdad did to an S10. He bought a junker for like $1,200. This is back in 1993. He and I went over to Bristol one day and he's like, we're gonna go buy a truck. Okay, so we went and bought a truck, and I drove the full-size Chevy truck that we had, and he brought that S10 back. He turned it into a dragster.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Okay, that's cool.
He built a brand new engine and transmission for it, 454, a fucking big block, and dropped it into an S10. So he had to alter the front end, of course, so it would hold it.
I've seen one of those. Yeah.
He took the frame on the ass end and narrowed it down from 40 inches wide to 18 inches wide, and then he he tubbed out the bed and put 18.5-inch wide Mickey Thompson racing tires on the back of it, put a nitrous on it, supercharger, all that shit, and started taking it to drag races over to Bristol Racetrack, because they also have a drag track there too, where they have the NASCAR races. And he was getting like 9s in the quarter mile in an S10.
Oh, Jesus, dude. That man. God, plumb, badass, unadulterated speed.
He had to put fucking wheelie bars on the back of it, because when he would fucking get on it at the line, it would come up off the ground. There's pictures of him racing the fucking thing, and fire shooting out of the fucking engine block and the exhaust, and he's on fucking two wheels.
What my grandmother drove for years was an 86 Olds Cutlass. The 2-door V8.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those motherfuckers would get. They could get, dude. Shit.
She'd be smoking her cigarettes out the fucking window. Fucking.
I just imagine that shit, dude. Like, come on, motherfucker, let's go.
She took that Oldsmobile all the way from Massachusetts to Virginia. She had it up until, I'd say, probably like, she got rid of it right as we moved to Pennsylvania. So she had it probably right up to like 2005.
Wow.
You talk about taking a car on a long haul. That's really not a great car for a long haul. My stepdad had a 69 Chevelle Super Sport 454. And We took it from our house to my grandma's house in South Carolina. We had to stop and get gas 6 fucking times on a 5-hour
I
drive.
believe it.
He looked at me and we were coming back home. He's like, I ain't never taking this fucker out of state again.
That's the thing, man. I bet that's a fun ass highway car. It's just you got to stop at every fucking exit.
Oh man.
It got 6 miles to the gallon. So
yeah.
Yeah, I used to.
All right.
Hot, nasty, badass speed.
I just like running my Eclipse to the beach. That's what my fun part for me was.
I've told y'all stories about my dad before. He's a unrepentant alcoholic, and when you're an unrepentant alcoholic, you always drink and drive.
Indeed.
So,
Yeah.
let me get a smoke for this one. I'll tell you 2 stories, and they both involve old Tornados.
He's got to light a cigarette up because this is kind of set the mood here.
So, there's a hill in Billerica, Massachusetts called Pecos Hill, and it's kind of famous because it's a real hairpin turn. And so my father decided he wanted to pop that Tornado about 100 miles an hour. Yep. Kate's in the hallway hearing me tell the story. She's heard this before. So he decided he wanted to pop that hill doing about 100 miles an hour. Well, my fucking asshole of a father flipped the car up the hill.
Oh, wow.
That's
So
fucking
he's
nuts.
Wow.
So he's going up like this and hits something, pops the front end, and goes end over end up the hill that way.
That's
That's
some serious
crazy.
speed going behind it. But I can see that because I've fallen upstairs before, so I can see how the car would flip it over and up a hill.
So where he ended up was wedged in between 2 trees.
Wow. That dude's lucky.
Oh, dude, they say God takes care of drunks and children. God honest, man.
Yeah.
So another time, he lived in Radford, Virginia, and
I know where that is.
Oh, I know it well. Yes, I do.
so he was going. I think it was 141. It was the road where the new Radford Hospital is. Well, his wife cussed him out and left, and she was driving a little Nissan Sentra. Well, he had another fucking Tornado. And so he's drunk as fuck. And he leaves the house 10 minutes after her, catches up to her, and he ends up going down into the ditch. And then he starts coming up the ditch at an angle like this, fucking keeping up with her.
Jesus.
So he's fucking sideways, driving through the ditch, fucking powering through, keeping up with her little fucking Sentra. She fucking finally lost him when she made a fast turn, so he went back to the house, and that's when he got his terroristic threats charge because he sat there with a fucking propane tank and sheets and threatened to blow up the trailer park.
Holy shit. That's a Florida man right there, man. Like
that story went a whole. It went where I didn't think it was gonna go. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Said if she wasn't gonna come home, she wasn't gonna have a home to come to.
Oh God, dude! Holy shit!
That sounds like Virginia crazy.
Yeah, you know. Well,
Down here on this end, man, that's how crazy they get.
Yeah.
He used to like to fuck around in Hiawassee and Parrot and shit like that.
I don't know. A lot of those Roanoke motherfuckers are crazy as shit.
Those Roanoke motherfuckers.
God damn, dude. I can't. I got a good friend of mine that's from there, and he's living back down there again, and he's fucking nuts, man. He and I used to get in so much trouble when we were kids, and I just be like, I would think to myself, well, no, I would get blamed, and I'd say, what the fuck? It wasn't my fault. His ass was his fucking idea.
Man, why is it that
As long as he ain't hanging out on Orange Avenue, he'll be all right.
Yeah. That fucking place is nuts though down there, man. I'm going down there to visit him, and I'm just like, the whole other world, man.
And to think
Jesus.
I'm 3 hours west of that, Russ.
Yeah, that's true. You are further. Yeah, you're like, so you're definitely in the taint of fucking Virginia for sure. And so,
What to say?
With and Withville, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm 2 hours past Withville.
that's cray, dude. Shit. Yeah, he's definitely down there. You're. I don't know. You're somewhere I've never been before, and I've been all over the freaking state, but I haven't been out where you're at.
See, y'all do all that wild shit on land. Like over here, man. Like we get stupid on the water. Like my uncle had a boat. Wasn't a fan boat. It was a sports boat. But like the standard like boat motor that came in it just was not adequate enough. So
no, you gotta upgrade those.
He had a 68 Camaro for a time, and it had a 454 in it with a blower. This motor at the end of the day was pushing 650 horses, and he drops it in that fucking boat and just goes out on the lake like it's a normal fucking thing to do, and just opens up with it. Just ignorant shit, and it was loud. Like,
he would have to for the ass end of that thing to support the weight of the engine.
Bro, fucking. I mean, it just, dude, like.
In the wake zone, he would be ass underwater if he didn't fucking gun it.
Yeah, no, man. Like he was, whenever it was like topping out, I was just like, Jesus Christ, why does he not have wings on this fucking thing yet? You know what I mean? Like, just take it out for a fly, you know?
That's
Brings
insane,
a whole
dude.
new meaning to fly fishing, I guess. You know.
I told him before he sold it. I said, I just want to buy the motor out of it. Like, he was just like, no, I'm just going to sell it all as one. And I was just like, that's ridiculous.
By the way, I love that you had to like differentiate in the beginning. Not a fan boat, but yeah.
Because like I know where everyone that knows I live in Louisiana be like, God damn, they're putting 450s on a fan boat down there. Like,
I actually want to see that now.
Yeah.
I
like
think
to see
everybody
a
has
with a blower.
I'd like to see a dual engine fan boat with a pair of 454s with blowers on them.
Just with a blower. It's so
hilarious, dude.
stupid. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like he would he would randomly just go out in the backyard and crank it up, like it's on the trailer. Like, I mean, we're gonna do drive the fucking trailer down to the to the lake, right? Like, no, man, just I'm like, oh, I want that in a land vehicle.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
That's great.
Talking about stupid things we've done in vehicles or seen done in vehicles and doing crazy shit here in the southern parts. Have you ever seen Dakota where they'll get like a fucking crane and tie, or like a excavator with the backhoe on it, and tie a fucking big rope to it and just do circles with people on fucking inner tubes in mud pits and slinging them around? You ever seen that shit?
Jesus, no. I've only seen that kind of stuff like on the actual lake. I haven't seen that with like heavy construction.
I saw that on Buck Wild one time, dude. This is that stupid show that was on MTV back in the day about those West Virginia rednecks. I told Anna, I said, that's her family, man.
Dude, that shit, I'm sorry. That shit may look dumb, but it's fucking fun as hell.
Yeah, it looked ridiculously dumb, but it did look kind of fun, I have to admit. But I told us that's your people down the holler. There's down the holler.
Down the holler.
There's nothing else to do. It's like, oh shit, we got this piece of heavy equipment. We got an inner tube. We got a rope and we got a water hose. Let's fucking do something dumb.
Yeah, you're either doing something dumb or you're making babies. So
yeah, that's it. Drink, make babies, doing something dumb.
And
we're all three.
Yeah, we're all of the above. Yeah.
You only got your cousins available, so.
Bro, did you see have you seen that Arthur meme where it's like it's him buttoning up his pants and his sister's like got her eyes closed on the bed? She was like, what does that make us? He said, still cousins. And He's wearing a Confederate flag hat. Oh, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
My cousin
It's
thought
so
I killed
bad.
myself one time on an ATV.
Oh,
We were-
God.
Yeah, on an ATV 4-wheeler. We were in Dublin, and we were at my cousin Grad's house, and he had 3 fucking 4-wheelers. I had never driven a 4-wheeler before, and so they're hitting these jumps, and they're hitting them kind of slow. So I'm like, what is this? Why are they going so slow?
Oh god.
Oh no.
Yo, so I opened that thing fucking up.
Oh my god.
Go over the fucking thing. I get like 10, 12 feet easy.
Oh God.
And then the front end starts to go down, and I flip over the handlebars.
Oh.
So like it's like this now, and then when the momentum comes, it comes back over. So I'm like standing, flying in the air, and fucking I go 180, and the fucking thing lands on top of me.
Oh,
God,
Jesus.
dude.
Hurt.
Dude,
I was
yeah,
bummed.
we used to have a Polaris, man. I remember got that for Christmas in '88. We had that thing. We took it all over the fucking woods because they had natural gas wells down the woods behind our fucking house where we grew up and shit. We found a route we could go all the way to town from where we live because it's like a 15-minute drive to town. You know, back then we could go through the fucking woods on the 4-wheeler and go out town. You know, it was just like, fuck it, let's go pick up a pizza from Pizza Hut and do that shit. But, we didn't give a fuck, man. We was doing that shit like 14 years old. We didn't care. Hell, they got towns here now. It's legal to ride an ATV on the highway. And some of the towns are
Right.
just so you can, you know, ride your ATV through town to get to the trails. And
Yeah.
trails. But I have flipped them on many occasions, and it fucking hurts.
It does.
Yeah,
Man.
I
It knocked
bet.
the breath out of me.
I
They
bet.
thought I
That
was
sounds
dead.
rough, dude.
We mounted a potato
What's
gun to the
sketch?
handlebars of ours.
Potato gun. God.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Fucking
those
things
fucking
hurt
things.
too.
My little brother used to fucking had one, and he had one that it would fuck you up, dude. It would bruise you if he shot you with that bitch. And I used to get mad because they would shoot me in the back of the fucking head with it. And I'd chase him down and go to beat the fuck out of him. My mom would stop me. I get so mad.
Shot my
So
brother.
you got in trouble after getting shot in the head by him. Yeah.
Right. I get in trouble for
painted cobalt blue and put a cobra symbol on it. It didn't have a cobra symbol, but it was like a royal blue, and it was a Kawasaki.
Oh,
Mine,
that's cool, dude.
mine was blue,
I don't know
and
what
you know I didn't have a Cobra symbol on it, but because we had that fucking potato gun on the handlebars, we did call it the Ferret because that's what the Cobra Ferret was
badass.
called. It was that blue
Yeah.
TV.
That's cool.
It had like that. It had that like royal, not royal, but that navy blue with the powder
Mhm.
coat.
Yep.
All right. What do we got left
Sorry,
to go
we
over?
got.
We totally sidetracked.
Just a couple of things right fast.
Yeah.
Stranger
Big news today. Netflix dropped a little 40-second teaser video for the next season of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I saw it.
Are you guys Stranger Things fans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to get through season 2, I'll admit. But yeah, like I didn't watch the teaser trailer, but I saw the news itself, and the way season 3 ended on just such a cliffhanger. I mean, they all have kind of ended on a cliffhanger, but season 3's cliffhanger was
It was crazy, dude.
Season
Yeah.
3's cliffhanger and that character, you know, writing that letter and she's reading it and his doing the voiceover at the end. That's just like, God damn it, you know, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But hey, confirmed, he is alive. So that was awesome
He is
because
alive. Yep.
just yesterday, sites were reporting David Harbour has been removed from the cast list of season 4. He's not alive. But then they dropped that today. Like, haha, you're eating shit now, aren't you?
Yeah. Well,
You got. Yeah.
they probably did that shit intentionally to fuck with them, fuck with the press, That's cool.
No, Misty started squealing this morning because she saw it before I did. And I was like, what are you watching? And she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I was like, what? What is it? And she was like, watch this. And I watched it and I was like, oh, fuck, yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
We're pumped. We're pumped.
Castlevania Season 3 trailer dropped today.
And that
I haven't seen it yet. I gotta watch it. Fuck, man. That's awesome, dude.
Now, keep in mind, this is the same animation studio that's doing the Kevin Smith He-Man Revelations show.
Right.
That
if that's going to be good then.
They announced the voice cast list of that today, too.
Yes.
That was really cool.
Just to go through that real quick, we have Mark Hamill as Skeletor.
Perfect.
Lena Headey as Evil Lynn.
Perfect.
Chris Weed as Prince Adam and He-Man.
Love it.
Sarah Michelle Gellar as Tila. Liam
Crazy.
Cunningham as Man-at-Arms. Stephen Root as Cringer. Diedrich Bader as
Diedrich
King
Bader.
Randall.
Oh, I love that dude.
And Trapjaw.
Awesome.
Griffin Norman as Orko. Tiffany Smith as Andra. Henry Rollins as Triclops.
Yes.
Wow.
That's cool as shit, dude.
Alan Oppenheimer as Mossman. Susan Eisenberg as the Sorceress. Then we get to the second.
Nice.
Alicia Silverstone as Queen Marlena. Justin as Roboto.
Justin
Jay
Long.
Mew- Jason Mewes as Stinkor. Phil Lamar as Hero.
Wow.
Tony Todd as Scareglow.
Fucking A.
Cree Summer as Priestess. Kevin Michael Richardson as Beastman. Kevin
That's cool.
Conroy as Merman. And Harley Quinn Smith as Itina.
Interesting, dude.
Who was it that was doing the voice acting for Prince Adam and He-Man again?
Let's see. Chris Weed.
Not sure who that is.
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
But there are some heavy hitting, like, recognizable names in there.
Very heavy hitting, and not just from the voice acting world, but also the regular acting.
Right. That's interesting, man. Like, dude, Netflix is putting out some real killer shit, dude. And
They really are.
like I'm looking forward to, like, I think The Haunting of Hill House season 2
yes,
is like that's coming this year because they took last year off.
The next series of Altered Carbon drops in 2 weeks. I'm super excited for that. Castlevania drops a week later on March the 5th.
I don't know if you guys watched Messiah.
No, but I'm getting ready to soon.
It's pretty fucking good, dude. Like, and it just came out of nowhere.
I'm trying to make it through Lock and Key right now, but I watched that first
Same.
episode.
The guy's name
first
Brian
episode.
Brink was Chris Weed.
That first episode, man, I was just like angry after watching it. It such a bad taste in my mouth, and I have to finish watching it because we're watching it for the show next week. I'm hoping it gets better, but I've been struggling.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Lock and Key, like as far as like the source material goes.
It was a comic in IDW written by Stephen King's son, who goes under the pen name Joe Hill.
Right, like Jed from Blackout and Shout, like he was like really pushing it. He was excited for it, I guess. But like I think I'm probably halfway through it, and I'm just like, man, like there's some cool and some interesting parts, but it feels more of a chore getting through it, than it is like I can't wait for the next episode. Like I find myself watching like half an episode, and then like the next night watching the other half. Like,
dude, I've been trying to watch episode 2 since last Saturday, and every time I go to hit play, I was just like, no.
I just want to do something else. I just want to watch something else.
I just it'd be like I'd rather go take a shit than
Yeah. I want to, and like I know I need to watch Iron Blooded Orphans, and I'm just like, I can't start watching something else in the middle of watching something. Like it's just I'll lose, and then I got to go back and rewatch everything from the beginning.
well,
I'd rather power through this and then start
Punish
IBO.
yourself and get through this in the next couple of days so you can start IBO finally.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, and the last piece of news is there's going to be a Magic the Gathering documentary done by the guys that did the toys that made us and the movies that made us.
Oh wow!
Looking forward to that.
Crazy,
I think
dude,
that's gonna be good.
I've never played Magic the Gathering, but Magic the Gathering has gotten me a buttload of video games for free in the past. So,
well,
Guys, I've got to take care of something, so I need you guys to close the show out.
okay.
Okay. All right.
later. Do your thing.
Take care, guys.
See you, man.
See you later, man.
All right.
Like, just real quick on the Magic the Gathering thing, like, I've tried to learn, man. Like, I really did. Like, there was this girl I was talking to for a while, and she was like, "I love playing Magic. You should learn how to play." She bought me like a bunch of Magic cards and shit, and so I tried, man. I definitely tried, and I was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I'm reading rules. She's like sitting there in front of me trying to teach me.
It's not an easy game to learn. It's very complex. Especially it's being around for 25 years now.
And it's kind of like teaching someone like how to read comics that's like in their 20s, right? Like, that didn't grow up reading comics.
Yeah.
You know, it's I think comparable to that.
I know my son started doing it when he started doing Magic when he was like 12, and he I guess he did it all the way up till he was in his early 20s, and he finally said, I'm done with that shit. But he tried to explain it to me, and I was just like, you
gotta turn cards a certain way, you gotta tap this, you gotta use that.
And you were just wanting to tap the girl, not fucking the cards.
Right.
Exactly. She's like, okay, tap your mana, and I was like, can I tap yours first? Like,
he did all those card games like Naruto. I'm not Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Now Yu-Gi-Oh, I understood. Yu-Gi-Oh was easy.
Yeah.
It was just monsters, and whoever had the highest numbers won.
Right, typically. But then when you got into trap cards and all the effect cards and shit, then it would get dicey.
What were they? Magic cards and trap cards, but like they were still. It was still fairly easy to understand. Like you could do face down, you could do like face down defensive stuff, like
right.
But like the rules, like I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh was like always explained to me as like the dumb kids Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
and I understood Yu-Gi-Oh perfectly. So
that's a good way of putting it, because I think it kind of was like a dumber down version. Yeah,
yeah, it was super simple.
Yeah, it was
easier to play.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, man, I had no idea, Josh, that fucking Castlevania trailer was dropping already. And when I saw you guys push it up, and I was like, oh, I haven't watched it yet. Shit.
You've not watched the series at all?
No. I watched the series. I just haven't watched the trailer for the new season.
It just dropped today.
Yeah. I didn't even know it dropped today. I had no idea. I was like, fuck, man. I gotta. It does look good. I just watched it.
I love that series, and like I said, that same animation studio is doing that He-Man Revelations show, so we know it's going to have a good look.
I got Anna hooked on it. Anna, I watched the whole series, and then Anna was like, I didn't even watch that. You need to sit down and watch this. She just fucking powered through it, dude. And she was like, that is amazing. I said, hell yeah.
I still need to finish season 2, but like I loved season 1. Like season 1 was so cool.
Season 2 is so much better.
Yeah, I think I watched like the first episode, and I was like, fuck, I wish I had more time to just burn through this.
It's 12 episodes. They're 25, 30 minutes apiece.
Yeah,
watch an episode a morning.
Season 1 was really cool because I enjoyed the setup. That's basically what season 1 was. Yeah. The first 4 were just dedicated to setting everything up.
And also a test to see if there was enough interest to do a full season order after that.
That too. But it was so good how they utilized those 4 episodes. They just basically... They did it so well. It's funny. I felt sorry for Dracula, dude. I did. I felt bad for him. You're not supposed to feel bad for him, but I did. I felt really bad, and I was cheering for him, kind of. I know it's terrible,
dude,
but
this is based on the original NES.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Castlevania 3 game.
Yep.
Now I played through recently. in the past couple of months through the Lords of Shadow series on the PlayStation
Oh,
3, which I
cool.
played them on my PS4 through PlayStation Now. But I played Lords of Shadow, Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate, which was a PSP title, and then Lords of Shadow 2. And in that, dude, you see how Dracula came to be, and you do
Wow, that's
feel
pretty
sorry
cool.
for him.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, he's kind of a tragic character, dude. He really is. That's amazing.
they're amazing games to play through, and I won't spoil the plot of them, but let's just say how intricately the Belmonts are tied to Dracula, and
yeah, I
it's
can.
amazing.
Yeah, I've always gotten the feeling of that there was more like you initially you just get the feeling they try almost set it up like they're just vampire killers, right? There's hunters, whatever. But then you start to learn a lot more that the Belmonts were into some shit, dude.
Yeah, they were.
They really were, and they're not the heroic family quite that they all together that they are made out that you think that they are initially.
We'll
It's like
see in this series, it's a complete retelling. So the Belmonts have
yeah.
different origins and everything, but there's still
Right,
a lot
right.
of like, ooh,
Yeah,
what's that about? So it's really good.
yeah. It's fun. It's fun, dude. I'm
I highly
digging it.
recommend them.
Absolutely. And like I said, like you said, the same animation studio is doing the He-Man
Yeah.
series, which I think is going to be great because I love the animation. So I'm really excited. Everything about this He-Man show is going to be fantastic. So I'm really. Do we have any idea of when that's going to be releasing? Is
Well,
that not going to be till?
the He-Man
Yeah.
series.
Is that 2021?
I would say it's probably going to be fall of this year, more than
Okay.
likely.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, they've been working on it for a minute, so
Well, they announced it at PowerCon last summer,
Right.
yeah.
and that was August. I would say we'll get a release date announced sometime this summer, and maybe it'll come out in late fall.
Oh, that'd be great, dude. That'd be wonderful. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Shit, I'm looking forward to it. So we get done.
I have too, man. Like I didn't have much of a connection to like the original He-Man, right? But I had the 2000X Masters of the Universe.
Dude, that series was
and
wonderful.
Just the oh my god, the art style, man. Like and it ended too abruptly. I mean, it reminds me so much of the 2011 Thundercats,
Well,
where it's just there wasn't enough of it. But
they had another season planned, but it got canceled, and they didn't tell the story they were wanting to tell.
How wild is it that Cartoon Network is where cartoons just like go to die?
Yeah, I know. It's horrific.
Like good cartoons go to die there. And Thundercats 2011 was a prime example of that.
That He-Man series was really cool because I felt like we got some explanation behind characters that we didn't get in the original the original He-Man in the 80s, right? We didn't get that. Maybe they just thought kids were too stupid to want to be interested in that kind of in-depth story, Well,
back then it was like, let's sell these toys. Where like in the 90s and early 2000s, it's like, let's tell compelling stories.
True. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they just thought we just want to throw the characters on the screen and make the kids want to buy the figures, right? But my God, that show was incredible. Skeletor's story was phenomenal. I loved it. And then and look, I always thought they always portrayed Randor as like this to me, he's like a weak bumbling king to me. He looked really kind of like he was just the doofus king to me, Boy, Randor was a bad motherfucker, dude. I was like, it's cool, shit, Prince Adam got himself a cool dad, man. Shit. It was just a fun show. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I agree with you. I feel like it ended so abruptly, and like you said, it sucks. Josh, they had another season planned, and that blows, man. Because I would have loved to have seen him go on with the story a little bit more,
Yeah.
But all right. What are you guys done? You want to wrap it up now?
Yeah, I mean that was all we had lined up for tonight. Anything you guys want to mention or plug or anything before we head on out of here into a hangout?
Well, Dakota, you got like a show on Wednesday. You want to spell it out? I know you did it earlier. You want us to talk about it again? I mean, it's kind of like
For anyone who may be a late watcher, you can I do a host with some of my other fellow co-hosts. Stasis Lock on Wednesday nights over on its own YouTube channel now. I moved it off of my channel. We're kind of giving it its own like dedicated home.
Oh, good for you. That's cool.
Yeah, so we're trying to build the subs up, right? Like I think we're 15 away from a custom URL, I believe, which is really like
nice.
That's the only thing we really give a shit about. Like just let us get a custom URL and then like we're good, you know. But
That's awesome though.
so yeah, we do that Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about Beast Wars, and sometimes we go off onto other tangents, and we got some other stuff planned for that channel too, like. Tyler's made a couple of Axelon outposts, you know, and like just kind of like topic based, you know, something that's a little more not quite super rooted in Beast Wars, but you know.
I'm sure you guys wet your pants when you saw Tigatron announced, right?
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
Like we made a spectacle of it this past Wednesday. Like that was like our, you know, dude. Like this week was just such a heavy news week, and I think we're gonna have more of these heavy news weeks. Like it's just been like steady since we started in 2016. You know, on Brick's channel, it's just been steady. Like news weeks have just been steadily increasing. You know,
I will tell you of the two announced that are coming. I was like, well, the Tigatron's the one you got a chance of being good. I think that RC is gonna look like shit. I'm telling you now. I'm convinced of it, dude.
I don't know, dude. Like I've got a soft spot for for the 86 movie stuff. You know, like
yes, yeah.
80 like the 86 movie and like Super God Master Force, Victory Zone, and Battle Stars, I think is what it was called. The Japanese stuff. Like that's where my G1 soft spot is.
Well,
so like
hopefully they give you a good figure, man. That's all I can say. It is.
Oh, dude, like
it's
just it's like same engineering as Cheetor with some added bits and things like that. So it's fine, dude.
That's gonna be a good figure. That Tigatron will be good, dude.
All the Beast Wars stuff has just been like a knockout of the park. Like I don't think I've seen anyone that's picked up like a Beast Wars fan that's picked up a Masterpiece Beast Wars figure and been like, this is shit. So we're getting spoiled.
Yeah, not much negativity about it. You know, that's the one. Those are the Masterpiece figures that I feel like there's not a ton of backlash on.
It's because we're starved for product. Like we'll take what we can get and we'll love it. You know, but yeah. So we do that. We also have a Facebook group. For Beast Wars related content that's really taken off as well as the Facebook page. So go follow all the Stasis Lock stuff. You'll be able to, if you find one, you'll be able to find the rest essentially. And I occasionally do stuff on my Primal Sabbath channel from time to time, but again, I'm putting everything into the Stasis Lock pot. So there'll come a time when that'll become something else. So
nice, good for you, man. Shit, it's good to see you growing it, dude. That's cool. Man.
Yeah, just maybe not necessarily growing it, but definitely changing it up.
Yeah, so, hey, either way, it helps grow it if you change it up, man. Shit, that's nice.
True. That's true. So
yeah, that's cool. I used to have a good time hopping on that show, man. It was a fucking lunchbox back in the day.
And like I wish StreamYards wasn't so like limited. I know they're supposed to be upping the count, but like and like this week we had an old school YouTuber on, dude named Diansis. And he's like back in the day. So it was cool. It was cool talking to that guy because that was like one of the first 5 YouTubers I stumbled upon.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So like with it being a small world, our boy Tom hooked us up with him. Like Walrus Law popped in the chat. I don't know if y'all know about tfraw.com. Just a little shameless plug here, but a lot of really cool media stuff. I believe he has the 86 movie storyboards uploaded to that website.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Shit.
Yeah, right. A lot of awesome shit on that website.
Nice.
But like, he stopped by in the chat, and I was like, dude, this is a surprise, like, so yeah, dude, this past week was just a fun week.
That's awesome, dude. Look at that shit.
But yeah,
that's
man. So,
All right. What about you, Josh? You got anything you want to hit up?
No, not right now. I mean,
No.
like I said, get those voice clips sent to us at MPSP Theater at gmail.com as soon as you can. Taking them for another week. I'm hoping to get a wide variety of clips from everyone out there. But yeah, I'm really excited about what I'm using this for, and there will be teases coming. You're going to see some cool things on this end. But yeah, other than that, no, I got nothing else.
Awesome.
Go check out today's episode of All Queued Up and get caught up on
Yeah.
ones you haven't listened to. Go check out this week's Figure Banging. We looked at the New Age Seekers, all of them, all 6 that are currently out, and those things are awesome.
They look really cool. I watched Deluxe's review.
They're pretty impressive, man.
They look like, seriously, I swear to God, Josh, they look like little miniature masterpiece figures. I'm telling you, I was
They really do.
Wow.
And these are the first Legends that actually do have die-cast bits in them.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing, dude. That's incredible, man.
The thrusters and the feet, and it's not much, but it's there.
Yeah, that's still fun.
It's enough for a good balance. Yeah.
Yeah, they look awesome to me. I don't know. I think I might be in on at least do Thundercracker, Starscream, and Skywarp at least. Shit.
Yeah.
And shout out to the ladies, man. The nice little show last night. It was pretty good. Total Package Podcast.
They have been killing it.
Yeah, they're doing good.
Love what they're doing. Shout out to Jason and Eric and
absolutely
Eric and Mike and sorry, Ian. So sorry, Ian. I almost forgot you. I was like, who's the other one? But the Nerds Have Spoken, they're pre-recorded. And they put out their first episode yesterday.
They did.
Really good for a first episode. As we all know in this field, you're gonna have technical things and little things that you're just gonna learn as you go, and
that's it.
They come out of the gate pretty strong as well.
So I enjoyed it. It was a good show.
Yeah,
it helps. I think they came out of the gate stronger than most because there's already like an established rapport there,
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good way to do it. Like all these guys, I mean, they're able to bounce off of each other. I gave it a listen today at work. When I was doing my paperwork, and like this week I had to update my shout out. So now I have to manage to put Total Package Podcast and the Nerds Have Spoken podcast in a really fast, really fast thing.
Yeah, when you do your shout outs at the end of the stasis lock, he doesn't take a breath and he does them all in like under 15 seconds and shouts out the entire Cool Table and Cool Table adjacent shows.
How do you... That's a lot to get out.
It is. It's honestly it's always worth like just checking out like the last few minutes of stasis lock. Like this week I tripped up because I added those 2 and I was like bugga. But if you check out like the week prior or maybe the week before that, it's I go through them quick.
Nice.
Yeah. It's kind of like the outro gimmick there, man.
Yeah, I really love though what the ladies have done.
They're doing a good job.
They are killing it,
Yeah,
and
very impressed.
They're driven and determined, and they want to deliver great content, and they have been.
Yep.
Just want them to know that I'm loving it. I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
Loving what Jason's doing. Really wanting to see what more they're going to bring from us. But other than, the shout out to Oscar at the top of the show, of course, come back on this channel for all of the shows next week. Monday night ETR, Tuesday night Breaking the Mold. And then you never know when Dust is going to go live with a Rock Watch or a Right Out the Box. So keep an eye out for those. All you got to do, if you haven't already, subscribe down below and hit that notification bell.
Or the hammer or the riser. Like that should be a new thing in and of itself, man. I saw that earlier. I was like, damn, make that a show.
You never know with Dust. You never know, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here then, fellas.
Yeah, we're gonna go do a hangout, man. We'll see y'all later.
We'll throw a hangout
Yes.
link in the group here in just a minute. Y'all take care.
Peace out, guys.